Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to give you guys another tips on some of the other characters, and I wanted to start with Cody. Cody is a character that people debate a lot whether he's that good or not, but the thing that no one can debate about is his V-Trigger 2, and today I wanted to give you a couple of tips on how to deal with his V-Trigger 2. Particularly the block strings he can do and cancel into sub-pipe with V-Trigger 2. So something like this, right? I'm sure we all seen Cody player doing this. And this is -2 on block, so when he does that, he's completely safe. Like you can't hit him out of it. So how do we deal with this? Well, at first you may try to interrupt. So something like this might happen. But if you try to 3 frames there, you will get a trade. So how can we deal with this? Well, there's 2 ways you can deal with this. The first is to use an invincible reversal, and the second is to use an invincible reversal, but not one that is invincible straight away. So I will show you guys now. You can do something like a meterless DP. That will beat it. Or if you don't have that, you can just use the EXTB, right? Ryu in particular can do something like this, like he can bury this, but if Cody doesn't commit to the swing, then Ryu will be unsafe. So, but with the TP, you are punishing him either way. Like whether he cancels into the swing or not, you are getting a punish. Well, there is also another sequence that is commonly used by Cody player, and it is doing something like sweep to the swing. And this is the same deal, like you can always meterless DB this or even use the EX, right? Same case. Well, finally I wanted to talk about another situation that happens quite often, and that is Cody doing something to a rock toss. So something like this, right? And a lot of people let Cody players get away with this because a lot of them don't know how to deal with that. Because what will happen usually is you will try to jump and then get hit when the rock is going up. So how do you deal with this? Well, it is easy. What you want to do is either use an invincible move again, or you can just sweep him. And if you sweep him, you will get a crutch counter and the damage will be very much in your favor. So it goes against something like this, right? As soon as you see him do that, you just go and sweep him. And I believe almost everyone can do that. As soon as you see him do the swing, of course you can do something like a meterless DB if you have it, or an armor move, but everyone can get that swing. Yeah, the rock will hit you, so if you don't have any health, that might be dangerous. But generally, if you have a little bit of health to spare, I would say go for the sweep. Next up, we are going to talk about Mika. Well, Mika is a character that gives a lot of people trouble. She can be tricky to deal with, especially if you don't know the matchup. And I made a video before, like an entire video dedicated on how to deal with Mika. It was a Mika versus Chun-Li video, but a lot of the tips I feel will apply to most of the cast. But today I wanted to focus on something in particular that I believe not a lot of people do enough of, and that is punishing her target combo. The target combo I'm talking about is this one, the light kick to medium punch, and this one is -5 on block, but I feel like it doesn't get punished enough. If you have a 5-frame move like this here, you can punish this attack. And why is this important? It's important because a lot of Mika players will use this move in situations where they want to shake you before you try to jump. So like a popular example is this, after the drop kick, right? That usually happens because if I try to backdash or jump there, I will get hit by the target combo. So they do that a lot. Like this is a common situation. So I just wanted to let you know that yes, you can actually punish this on block. If you have a 5 frames move, this is -5. You should be able to get a punish here. Of course, it's gonna depend on your character on how you can punish this with, and I will show you a couple of examples. But I wanted to let you know this. Another situation that sees quite a lot of play is after a command grab. So they will do the command grab and dash up and then do this, and again you can punish this. Of course, Mika can special cancel out of the trigger combo, but anything she will do at that point will be even more punishable than this. Now I wanted to show you guys a concept that is applicable versus Fireball zoning character, and in this game they are Guile, Sagat, you can maybe say Akuma, maybe Yurien. And the idea is we want to use the V reversal. I'm talking about knockdown V reversals here because they are the most beneficial to use in this situation to get the knockdown. So when we have Sagat corner here, he's likely to start throwing medium kicks, heavy kicks, his pokes, and one of his best pokes are his fireballs. So here we will have Sagat throwing a tiger shot, and I wanted to show you that he will wake up with a 3 frame, right? We will set him to normal recovery, and here is the thing. If he does the fireball maybe from here, if I V-reversal that, as you can see, I might be able to meet him. Now this is gonna depend on your character V-reversals. Some are better than others, and the range that you can do this from is gonna depend on your V-reversal. All of them have 17 frame startup, but the range on them is different. So let's say from Poison we can do something maybe from here, and we can get a knockdown. We can get a meaty and knockdown. If he did a back recovery, if I notice that he did a back recovery, I might be able to get an even better situation. As you can see, we are doing even more damage. So I just wanted to show you guys this concept. This is something that you'll see a lot of the top player using. I think Punk in particular does this a lot, and you can also do that versus G, for example, although G doesn't really use their fireballs in the corner that much, but the concept still applies. So lastly, I wanted to talk about Chun-Li, and Chun-Li is probably one of the better characters this season, certainly one of the most played right now at the highest levels. And one aspect about Chun-Li that I feel not a lot of people explore is her anti-air game. Chun-Li doesn't have a go-to anti-air. Her anti-airs can seem really good, but she has to choose. There is a lot of decision making on which button to anti-air with. And I want to show you guys an example here. If we made Kagi do like a jumping heavy from this distance, you will see that her light kick might be a little bit inconsistent. This depends on the spacing and the timing involved. And when someone like Kagi is jumping with a heavy, your odds of always beating it is gonna lower, right? So what can Chun-Li do to always guarantee an anti-air? Well, she can use her back heavy kick, which is a lot more consistent from this spacing. Like her back heavy kick is much more likely to win. But there is a catch to this back heavy kick, and that is, as you can see, it's very consistent when it comes to anti-airing. But the idea is, it doesn't have much in the way of vertical or horizontal hitbox. It doesn't have much horizontal hitbox. So what you can do is you can empty jump and make it whiff and then punish it. So let's look at this. If she does it, she whiffs and she gets punished. The exact same spacing. If Kagi jumps with a heavy or he does jumping attack, she will anti-air him. If he does the empty jump, she will whiff and he will get a punish. Knowing how to play this game and how to mix these two things is vital to playing against characters like Chun-Li. And like I said, I think this is something that grappler players in particular are really good at that. Like, see, if she empty jumps, you can always get that. It's something that grapplers, or especially grappler players, I'm gonna say particularly Zangief players, are really good at baiting anti-airs and forcing the whiff. And this doesn't only apply to Chun-Li. I would say this applies to a lot of characters that relies on using normals for anti-airs or ones with not a go-to anti-air. So this can apply to Chun-Li, this can apply to Poison, this can apply to maybe Cody. You can always mix in empty jumps to make the anti-air whiff and go for the whiff punish. And yeah, if Kagi does the jump in like from this particular, if from the same spacing, if we go for the empty jump and Kagi does his empty jump, I just want to guarantee the empty jump. The light kick will beat it every single time, but now we have introduced the mix-up. Does Kagi go for the empty jump, which might be baited by the light kick, or does he go for the jumping and trade or beat it depending on the timing and spacing, right? It's just a concept that I wanted to familiarize you with it. It's something that you see a lot of high level players doing, and again, a lot of grapplers players get really good at this. And with that, it brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen. If you have any particular requests, please let me know. If you have any feedback, any tips that you want to add, anything that you thought wasn't very accurate and want to correct me on it, I will be very gladly taking feedback. And as always, if you liked what you see and you want to help me improve and want to help me keep doing it, please like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you guys next time, and stay safe.